Hello and welcome to this video tutorial for bookinfluencers.com, formerly known as bookstagrammers.com. In this tutorial, I will teach you how to run your book tour or brand campaign on our digital platform. Bookinfluencers.com is a website for collaborations with bookstagrammers, booktalkers, booktubers, and book bloggers. We are not like other book touring companies. We offer you an easy-to-use, time-efficient, intuitive digital platform with over 4,000 profiles from book influencers on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. They are from all over the world. The largest groups are from the US and Europe. Our website is designed in a way that you can pitch your book, product, or service to all of them with our creative help. You will only communicate with the ones that are of interest to you. And of course, in the end, you decide who will be part of your book tour or brand campaign. This tutorial is for authors, publishers, and brand managers running their own book tour or brand campaign. If you'd rather have us do the job for you, then just reach out to us through the form on our website. Let's continue with the tutorial. If you want to set up your pitch, you need to have a brand account, so we need to register first. Click the login button on the top right of our website and then click sign up here. Now make sure that you sign up as a brand manager. Your page should look like this and the headline should say sign up as brand manager. If it says book influencer on top, you need to switch by clicking the button right behind the sentence want to sign up as a brand. Scroll down, enter your name, your email address, and choose a password. Click Sign Up to finish this process. We are in our profile settings now, and we will need to complete our profile. This is important because your information will be visible if people check out your briefing. Also, book influencers will communicate with you during your book tour or brand campaign by using chat. So let's fill in the profile settings. As you can see, I entered my full name and an imaginary brand name. I used my bio to announce my role, and I entered publishing as my industry. Then there's also the option to upload a company logo. This is important because the company logo is visible on the presentation page of your briefing. The image at the bottom of this screen shows what your briefing looks like to the book influencers. On the left is the image company logo. If you don't have a company logo because you're an indie author, for instance, you can use this field to upload a cover of your book. Done with your profile? Just click Save Changes. We can always go back to our profile settings to make changes or set up a new password. If there are any new chat messages for us, we will see a blue dot appear next to the word chat. You should find email notifications in your inbox if you see that blue dot. Our system sends you an email every time you have a new message. Don't see our emails? Please make sure they don't end up in your junk folder. As chat is the only way you communicate with your candidates, it's important that you stay on top of your messages. Book influencers cannot initiate a chat conversation with you. You are always the one that starts the conversation. We will tell you later how to do that. But first, let's dive into the campaigns. Obviously, we have no campaigns yet, so there are 0 entries at this time. But if you choose to run multiple campaigns, you will have an overview of all of them here. To set up our first book tour or brand campaign, we will just click the blue button on the right, Add Campaign. The pitch starts with setting up a title and a summary. As you can see, I wrote the text in the image, pretending I am going to run a book tour. The title is just a short sentence that mentions the name of the book, the author, and the publisher, if there is any. In the summary, you will repeat this information, but you may add a bit more about the contents of the book. The summary should also state your parameters. Who do you want to include? Is it for everyone? Or do you want to focus on people from certain countries or with a minimum amount of followers? Also, if you have any incentives to offer, then please mention that in your summary too. Please don't elaborate too much. Your summary should be 2 to 4 sentences. You can add detailed information about your campaign in the next section of the pitch format. I want to talk a bit more about the incentives because we get a lot of questions about these. First of all, incentives are not an obligation. However, we strongly recommend them. The reason for that? Well, book influencers receive books on a daily basis. You can imagine the piles of books they still need to read. And if your name is Sarah J. Maas or Taylor Jenkins Reid, you don't have to worry because people have been anticipating your book. But if you're not that well known like them, it might be more difficult to get on top of the pile. Incentives help to attract book influencers, help to pursue the larger ones to show interest, and they show appreciation for the creative work book influencers put in. I know your next question. Yes, you want to know how much to invest. Well, that's totally up to you and highly subjective. We've had book tours with a $10 reward for participants, but we've also done campaigns in which individuals earned up to $750 for just one post. Obviously, a high budget will get you more high-end book influencers. The most important thing, however, is whether they are interested in your book or in your brand. If your pitch says that you offer incentives, then you are responsible for having a conversation about it with the candidates. Some will just be too modest to bring it up, which leads to disappointment in the end. We don't want that to happen. So please always make sure to take the lead in these conversations. Also, do not hit the final selection button in your campaign until you are done with your negotiations. Let's continue with the campaign details. In this section, you will tell the book influencers all there is to know about your book, your expectations, and your offer. Add the blurb of your book so people know what it is about. You may also add information about you, the author. Then express your expectations. Most book influencers do not use all the channels mentioned, so you can give them options and be specific about what you would want them to do. We also highly recommend to add a sentence about what they are supposed to do if they don't like what they read. Would you like them to talk to you first? Just tell them. Your offer should be specific too. Will they receive a physical copy or an ebook? Maybe you want to offer reimbursements so people can buy their own physical copy of your book. Ebooks and reimbursements are a great way to include international book influencers. Also, make sure that this section says something about your incentives, if you offer any. Make sure to use Notepad if you copy anything from other websites to our website. Our system does not work well with all types of formats. It could lead to errors when trying to save the campaign. So first, add it to Notepad to make it a flat format. Let's continue. In the hashtags and mentions section, you can add your accounts on social media so they can tag you in their posts. Also, you can tell them which campaign-specific hashtags to use, such as the name of your book. In this next section, you may select the language you want them to use. You will also repeat your reward. You can't add a whole paragraph here, just a small text fragment. For the preferred type of book influencer and the preferred type of platform, please click all the types that may participate in your campaign. Then there is our dates section. Your registration period should be about 10 days to 3 weeks long, as we need time to get eyeballs on your pitch. Your live dates is the time window in between which you expect people to post about your book. Please take into account that the start date needs to be later than the end date of registrations. You also need time to distribute your book. Normally, you will give people between 4 to 6 weeks to post. They will post when it suits them, but if you want to set dates for each and every book promotion, you can. You just need to talk to all the individuals in the chat and agree on the dates with them. Finally, you may add attachments and a cover photo. Please make sure that you downsize any images before uploading. The most important upload is your cover photo, as it is shown to the book influencers. You are done now. Just click Submit on the bottom of your screen. Your pitch is now sent to our team and we will take a close look at it. You will receive an email from us within 24 hours. Once we've published your campaign, we will start working on making sure that people see your pitch. We will put your campaign in our newsletter and we will make content on Instagram and TikTok. People will start registering now. After a few days, you can take a look at how things are progressing. Log into your account, click Campaigns in your menu, and click the headline of your campaign. Now you will come to an overview of people that have registered for your campaign. Here you have various options. First of all, you can click a person's name or picture to check out their details. I will show you what that looks like in a second. You also see a few buttons in the top right of the pictures. The check button is used to select people that you would like to collaborate with. This is a pre-selection at first. The X button is used to reject a person. This cannot be reversed, so be sure about this decision. The third button is a chat button. If you click this one, you can start a chat conversation with an individual. If you'd rather send everyone a message at once, you can use the bulk chat option in the bottom of your screen. Let's check out one of the profiles. We will click Burku's profile now. This page gives a lot of information about Burku. They are from Germany, identify as female, and as a part of the LGBTQ community. They speak 3 languages, and Burku has filled in a bio and has chosen their favorite book genres too. In the top of the profile, you can also see the icons of Instagram and TikTok. Just click these to see Burku's profiles on these social media channels. Happy with what you see? Go back to the overview and click the check button to select Burku. This is a pre-selection. If you offer incentives, now is a good time to start talking about a deal. Start a chat conversation, and if you're able to close a deal, you can leave Burku in your selected section. If you're not able to close a deal, then click Reject with the X button. Follow this process for everyone that registers. You can take your time until a few days after your registration period has closed. In the end, there should be no one left in your interested section, and you should have closed deals with everyone that is in your selected section. Done? Hit that blue final selection button because your selection is finished. After hitting the final selection button, everyone that is still in your screen receives an automated notification from our system in their email inbox, telling them that they have been selected for a campaign. This trigger usually makes them come to our website and see if there are any chat messages for them. So, now is a good time to send a bulk chat message. Click the blue button in the bottom of your screen. Your message could be something like the example on the screen. You can congratulate them, inform them about distributions, encourage them to read your pitch once again so they are reminded of what is expected, and ask them to share their links onto your results page once they are done promoting your book, product, or service. About that results page. Once the first links are being uploaded by your participants, you will see an icon with horizontal stripes to the right of your campaign headline. If you click it, you will come to a page with an overview of all the promotions made by your participants. Very handy. Our community manager watches the progress of your campaign with you, meaning that we are notified from the moment you make your final selection. It's very important to us that everyone involved in your campaign keeps their promises. So, the community manager will reach out to your participants by the end of your campaign window to make sure everyone uploads. And that's it. This is how you run your own book tour or brand campaign with bookinfluencers.com. Do you have any questions about this tutorial, or do you prefer taking one of our other packages instead of this route? Well, feel free to reach out to us by emailing contact@bookinfluencers.com. Thank you for your time, and we look forward to campaigning with you.